Welcome, my lovely little honey drops. This is the last episode of Epic that we're going to be doing. I know, it's very sad. It is the last couple songs because we are in the Ithaca Saga. Obviously, I am here with Keith to round it out.
Yo.
And our first song is called The Challenge. Ready?
Oh shoot, are we starting with it? Alright, yeah.
I'm supposed to choose a suitor to wear the crown. I said I would choose as soon as I weave this shroud. They don't know that every night I unthread all the work I've done. 'Cause I'd rather lie than allow them to think they've won, though I know.
Can we just talk about the fact that she's been probably weaving that shroud for like 10 years and no one has been like, hey, why is it taking you so long? Granted, she's doing it in her room, so it's not like anyone can really check on her, but you would think that someone would pay a servant to go at least check on what the fuck's going on. So right? I mean, they're suitors, so they have money. Like something.
Then allow them to think they've won, though I never thought that I'd resort.
Hold on, wait. I just noticed that door, I think that's the first time I've ever noticed that the door did something. Hold on.
Oh.
Yeah, the door moves. What the fuck is the door doing? Who's at the door?
Who's at the door?
But I don't know how much longer I'll last since we saw that storm. And though it was so close to our kingdom, it was far from the norm. Unless, oh, could it be some kind of sign that my world is all about to change?
I gotta go back. Hold on. I saw it. I gotta... And then also there's the boat because, Telemachus.
World is all about to change. Is it finally time for the challenge I arranged? Though I never thought that it would come to this. Just know I'll be here buying you time.
Time to be the man.
Oh, buying you time.
Time to be the man of the house.
Whoever can string my husband's own bow and shoot through 12 axes cleanly will be the new king. Sit down at the throne and rule with me as his queen. Let the arrow fly once you know that your aim is true. 'Cause I'd rather die than grow old without the best of you. Though I...
Damn.
Which, by the way, fun fact, hold on. Going so cute, being cute. Hold on. So he gives her flowers. So, fun fact, the apple is a form of proposal in Greece. Which is why, to my knowledge, the golden apples are things like to the fairest, and then the 3 golden apples that were used in the race against what's her name? Atalanta. Yeah. So, and also he's got little hearts in his eyes. And then the other one is them having a grand time. I love this. I love this. This is the main reason. This whole set right here is the main reason I fucking picked this animatic, because one, it's so pretty, and two, just this of like him protecting her, and just, oh my god, it's so cute.
Hey man, big shield protecting from projectiles is supposed to be IS's thing.
That's a dead dog. That's a dead dog, that's a dead mom, and that's a currently living wife.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think of the opening?
Yo, the setup of the 12 axes is so sick.
Yes. Well, okay, so fun fact, while they did it this way, where it is
it's
through
12
this...
axe. It's 12 axe handles.
No.
In the
myth. Well, I mean, sorry. Yes, this is 12 axe handles. In the original, obviously, there were actually
it's 12
holes.
axe heads.
Yeah, well, because they actually had holes in them.
Yeah, they notched. They either notched or just like had holes in.
Oh yeah, they were already
axes.
Yeah, well, in there are actual axes from the olden times that actually had holes.
Have holes in them. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that really pretty one that has heart holes in it that I want.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do with it? I don't fucking know, but it'll look cool.
I'm not entirely sure what the design behind hold axe heads is. I know that there are certain swords, like executioner's swords, that whistle whenever whenever a cut isn't straight, which encourages executioners to get good and
not have to strike twice.
In order to cleanly cleave a head off of an off of a prisoner's neck. But I'm not entirely sure if that's the same
I don't know either.
Train of thought for axes, because like
maybe
putting in a hole, because like part of the reason that you would have an axe is part of the reason that like you would use an axe instead of a sword is because all of the weight is concentrated towards the head in a similar way to a warhammer would. So if you put a hole into it, does that not defeat the purpose? If you are a blacksmith and or historian, comment down below.
Yeah, I mean, I just Googled it and it said that it's like decorative or a symbolic motif.
I see.
So
who knows? Maybe it's practical. I certainly don't.
I am not a blacksmith, so I would not know.
But back to the song. It's great.
Yes, yes. I love it a lot. But the other thing is that I really, really love, besides this whole section, like where it's like let the arrow fly. So the other thing is there was someone who, for the holes, like she says to like shoot through 12 axes cleanly. Someone was like, what if there weren't holes in it? And she was just saying, get good and take an arrow and put it through 12 axes. I was like, that's hilarious.
Draw strength on that bow better be immense.
Immense. Granted, considering that they couldn't even string it, the drawstring has to be strong, right?
Mm-hmm.
It has to be tight. But also, fun fact, the way that these were set up, at least in the version of the Odyssey I know, if they had shot through, it would have hit her. Because it was set up right in front of the thrones.
I see.
So. But now, we're gonna watch the song Hold Them Down. Trigger warning, please keep yourself safe, because this has violence, gore, mention of SA, and flash warnings. So please keep yourself safe.
Whoever can string the old king's bow and shoot through 12 axes cleanly will be the new king, sit down at the throne, Penelope as his queen. Where is he? Where is the man who can string this bow?
Screw this competition. We've been here for hours. None of us can string this. We don't have the power. Screw this damn challenge. No more delays. Can't you guys see we're being played? This is how they hold us down while the throne gets colder. Hold us down while we slowly age. Hold us down while the boy.
He's such a fucking drama queen. Like,
Hold us down while we slowly
like, what a fucking drama queen.
age. Hold us down while the boy gets bolder. Where in the hell is our pride and our rage? Here and now there's a chance for action. Here and now we can take control. Here and now burn it down to
That's not nice to hit an old man
Ouch.
like that. That's so mean.
here and now burn it down to ashes. Channel the fire inside your soul. Haven't you noticed?
I love that they just added like that fire effect in his eyes. Love it. Love it. I'm here for it. 100%. Love it. He's so evil.
Inside your soul. Haven't you noticed who's missing? Don't you know the prince is not around? I heard he's on a diplomatic mission, and I heard today he comes back to town. So
Which is actually how the Odyssey starts, to my knowledge.
Right.
Where it talks about Telemachus trying to find his dad and going around to the different kingdoms and being like, hey, do you know where my dad is?
Have you seen this man?
have you seen my dad?
I say,
Which, okay, the funniest thing is that almost every single time that he goes and talks to someone, they're like, well, yeah, maybe I know, but let me tell you about my story first. With the Trojan War. Let me tell you about my story in the Trojan War. Like, dude, that is not the question.
so I say we gather near the beaches. I say we wait till he arrives. Then when he docks his ship, we can breach it. Let us leave now, today we can strike it. Hold him down till the boy stops shaking. Hold him down while I slit his throat. Hold him down while I slowly break his pride, his trust, his faith, and his bones. Cut him down into tiny pieces. Hold him down in the great below. When the crown wonders where the prince is, only the ocean and I will know.
So thoughts?
That's crazy. The ocean.
And cut him up into little pieces. So even if they find his body, they won't find all of it.
Yeah.
What a fucking asshole. This guy doesn't deserve doesn't deserve to have such banger songs and be such an asshole. Stop it.
Will know, and when the deed is done, the queen will have no one to stop us from breaking her bedroom door, stop us from taking her love and more. And then we'll hold her down while her gate is open. Hold her down while I get a taste. Hold her down while we share her spoils. I will not let any part go to waste.
Turning him into a wolf and her into a lamb. Especially given the song Little Wolf.
Yeah. That's fun, isn't it?
Shout for action! Even now we can take control! Channel the fire inside your soul and hold him down, 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 hold him down. Channel the fire inside your soul.
Hi, buddy.
Pretty sick.
So I will tell you that there are some animatics that I love this is my little headcanon as well, because that it would be so fucking cool, is that when he shoots him and hits him, he does it through the 12 axes.
Through the 12 accents.
And I'm like,
that's some immense style.
That is peak. That is because I changed the one that initially I had in here mostly because because here's the thing. It's just a me thing. When people portray losing innocence as like a wilting flower, I feel like it's very overused. I understand it, but I like it when people do something different, and these guys did something different. Instead of just showing like a wilted flower, they did the apple and the wolves and all that sort of thing, and I thought that was really, really cool, so I changed it. However, the other one did at the end have the 12 axe headshot, and I had to choose. But also I like the fact that when he gets shot, it goes through his tongue. Cause like, come on, stop! Don't be such a jerk. Why are you being a jerk to me? Why don't you like me today? I like that it goes through his tongue. I think that's cool. Anyways, are you ready for a boss fight? Welcome to Odysseus.
For 20 years I've suffered every punishment and pain, from the wrath of gods and monsters to the screams of comrades slain. I come back and find my palace desecrated, sacked like Troy. Worst of all, I hear you dare to touch my wife and hurt my boy. I have had enough.
A little flush. Also, do you hear what they're saying in the background? They're saying Odysseus' name in the proper Greek way.
Right.
Similarly,
That's neat.
to how they did it with Polyphemus. And others, but he's become the monster.
In the heat of battle at the edge of the unknown, somewhere in the shadows lurks an agile, deadly foe. We have the advantage, we've the numbers and the might. No, you don't understand it. This man plans for every fight. Where is he? Where is he? Keep your head down, he's aiming for the torches. Our weapons, they're missing. He's using the darkness to hide his approaches.
He's aiming for the torches.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
Here's my thing. I think that leading up to this point, he has learned from every battle that he's ever been in, right? But he hasn't learned how to be better. He's learned how he failed and what the monsters used. So going after the torches, make sure it's dark. if someone's holding a torch and it's moving, you know that that's someone you can kill. So, and also I do like the fact it's a small little thing. I like the fact that his quiver is on his hip.
Mm-hmm.
Because quivers being on the back was something that happened in more of like King Arthur-y times. And even then, sometimes they had them on the hip, but it wasn't. It was mostly hips. Like being on the back didn't happen until like Robin Hood started becoming really popular and like things like that.
Right.
Because it's easier to pull it out from your hip than it is from behind your back. It's quicker.
Mm-hmm.
So.
We're empty-handed. Up. They're missing. He's using the darkness to hide his approaches. We're empty-handed, up against an archer. Our only chance is to strike him in the darkness. We know these odds, the odds can't be tilted.
You don't think I know my own palace? I built it.
Being, first of all, what a hard line. Second of all, being on the opposite side of the fucking pillar and no one noticing. Which
Can you
also,
imagine?
yeah, go ahead.
Can you imagine this? Can you imagine this? The slaughter of the suitors happening in Fate.
Yes, yes, I can.
It's just it's just like that's not a fight.
No,
there's no attempt
it's
to
not a
fight.
fight here. It's not a fight here either.
Yeah, it's not a fight here, but dog, that's just an Iron Man armor just blasting people.
That's
blasting
Iron
people
Man
from above.
That's Iron Man going up against Hawkeye. A lot of Hawkeyes.
That's not Hawkeye.
Well, no,
let's
bait.
Be real. Let's be.
That's, I mean,
let's
yeah,
be-
but that's
let's
the
be
best.
real.
That's the
It's
best.
not Hawkeye's.
I know, but that's like the best thing I could come up with. That's also Marvel. I don't know who's
It's
weaker
much
than.
worse Hawkeye. It's...
Well, no, I mean I know that Hawkeye's like still could kick ass, but I can't think of. I guess that would just be civilians, but some of these I don't know. Anyways, Iron Man fucking wipes the floor with all these bitches.
Mm-hmm.
And into the chest.
Old king, our leader is dead. You've destroyed the serpent's head. Now the rest of us are no longer a threat. Oh king, forgive us instead, so that no more blood is shed. Let's have open arms instead.
No.
just the roll of the eyes, just no. I like, and also just the fact that the entire time he's like sneaking up on him and it really didn't do much for him.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Damn, he's more cunning than I assumed. While we were busy plotting, he hid our weapons inside this room.
I find it hard to believe that the sharpest of kings left his armory unlocked.
So what? Now that we have armed ourselves, let's make the bastard rot.
Behind you!
I love that of like you can see fucking Athena.
Right.
It's so
Throw down those weapons, and I ensure you'll be spared.
After seeing what the king will do to us, we wouldn't dare.
I don't want to hurt you, but trust me, I've come prepared.
Your very presence is doomed the king, young prince. We don't fight fair.
Stop!
Brothers, we got company, and he's made a great mistake. Left the weapons room unlocked, and now they're ours to take. Brothers, come and arm yourselves. There's a chance for us to win. We can still defeat the king if we all attack the prince.
Where is he?
So here's my thing. I have a thought, okay? My thought
All right.
is that Odysseus did hide all of their weapons and locked the armory. However, Telemachus came home, saw what the fuck was going on, and went to go get his own weapons. Like, went to go get his spear.
Mm-hmm.
Which means the armory was unlocked, and by the time that he was getting his things, that's when everyone else came in.
I see.
That's my
Yeah, that makes sense.
brain. Because, like, that makes the most sense, right? Like...
If we all attack the prince!
Where is he? Where is he?
Capture him, he's our greatest chance!
Get off me! Get off me!
Fight till the prince can barely stand!
Hold him down! Hold him down!
Make the king obey our commands!
Hold him down! Hold him down!
'Cause if he won't, I'll break the kid's hands! Got him.
Oh.
Mercy. My mercy is long since drowned. It died to bring me home. And as long as you're around, my family's fate is left unknown. You plotted to kill my son. You planned to rape my wife. All of you are going to die.
With an arrow. With the fucking arrow, he then stabs him repeatedly.
You filled my heart with hate. All of you who have done me wrong. This will be your fate!
Hi, Telemachus. So that's Odysseus. What are our thoughts on the murder of all of the suitors? What's the thought?
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, justified.
God, I totally forgot to show you something. I'll show you later. From the previous song, but it's fine. So the next one, which I feel like there's got to be something in between it that we just don't have because this is a concept album and there's probably something that happens. But the next song kind of doesn't feel like it flows from this one into it.
That's fair.
But this one is called I Can't Help But Wonder.
Father? Son?
All my life I'd have died to meet you. Thought about your name so much it hurts. For 20 years I dreamt of how I'd greet you. Oh, and now you're here. I can't find the words. All my life I'd have died to know you. Days and nights I wish that I could show you. For 20 years I never could outgrow you. Oh, and now you're here.
So what are our thoughts?
Well,
I'm not gonna cry. I'm fine.
hey, you finally get to meet your dad.
Yeah, after 20 years. How's it going, buddy?
What a first impression, huh?
Right? You get to meet your dad finally, and you watch him murder a bunch of men. great.
I can't help but wonder what your world must be. If we're like each other, if I have your strength in me. All this time I've wondered if you'd embrace me as your own. 20 years I've wondered, for so long I felt alone.
Oh, my son, look how much you've grown. Oh, my boy, sweetest joy I've known. 20 years ago I held you in my arms, how time has flown. Oh, used to say it'd make the storm clouds cry for you. Used to say it'd capture wind and sky for you. Held you in my arms, prepared to die for you. Oh, how time has flown.
Which he did all those to come home.
He did literally all of that.
Yeah. He actually, and literally he did die, kind of, for a minute. You know, it's fine.
I can only wonder what your world has been. Things you've had to suffer, and the strength you hold within. All I've ever wanted was to reunite with my own. 20 years we've wandered, but today you're not alone. My son, I'm finally home.
Father, how I've longed to see you.
Telemachus, I'm
They got to hug. Wow. I love
Go.
him so much.
Tell your mother I'm home. I'll be there in a moment.
Of course.
Oh?
Show yourself. I know you're watching me. Show yourself. You were never one for hellos.
I do have a question. Did you think that she died at the end of God Games? I don't think I remembered to ask you that.
No, I did not.
Okay, that's what I thought. You you didn't say anything about being like, oh my god, is she dead or anything like that, so I didn't think you did. And also, we all know goddesses can't die. I mean,
Yes.
kind of, metaphorically. I mean, literally, they had to stuff all the bad ones into Tartarus because they can't fucking die.
Divinities can't die.
Right.
Poseidon mentioned this.
Yeah. You can't kill me. Yeah.
I can't help but wonder what this world could be if we all held each other with a bit more empathy. I can't help but feel like I led you astray. What if there's a world where we don't have to live this way?
If that world exists, it's far away from here. It's one I'll have to miss, for it's far beyond my years. You might live forever, so you can make it be. But I've got one endeavor. There's a girl I have to see.
they're first of all, him being like, it could happen, but I can't be a part of it. I've got shit to do.
Mm-hmm.
But you can do it. You're gonna live a lot longer than I am. So why don't you get your ass in gear and do it?
Very well.
So if you actually listen, because this was pointed out to me, if you listen to the end, you can hear the tune for Penelope and Warrior of the Mind overlapping each other.
All I have to see.
Very well.
Father, she's waiting for you.
And now, the final.
I got another fight and I didn't die.
I didn't die. This is the final song of the whole show. This animatic, for some reason, has Spanish, I think, CCs on it that I cannot turn off because it's in the video.
Alright.
So I just wanted to warn you that if you saw Spanish, you're not crazy. It's just in the video. But I really like this animatic. So, but this song is called "Would You Fall in Love with Me Again?"
Penelope.
Is it you? Have my prayers been answered? Is it really you standing there? Or am I dreaming once more? You look different. Your eyes look tired. Your frame is lighter. Your smile torn. Is it really you, my
I am not the man you fell in love with. I am not the man you once adored. I am not your kind and gentle husband. And I am not the love you knew before. Would you fall in love with me again if you knew all I've done? The things I cannot change. Would you love me all the same? I know that you've been waiting for love.
I love that the only thing that's in color are their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that his are still red from him being a monster.
Right.
It's so good. And just
What kinds of things did you do?
What a question to ask, Penelope.
Yeah.
Do you want that list? Because he's got a list.
It's quite a list.
It's
Very long.
a very long list.
Left a trail of red on every island. As I traded friends like objects I could use. Hurt more lives than I can count on my hands. But all of that was to bring me back to you. So tell me, would you fall in love with me again if you knew all I've done? The things I can't undo. I am not the man you knew. I know that you've been waiting.
If that's true, could you do me a favor? Just a moment of labor that would bring me some peace. See that wedding bed? Could you carry it over? Lift it high on your shoulders and take it far away from here.
Do you remember what's significant about the wedding bed?
He. Wait. Right.
This was a very long time ago when I told you this, so.
He made it, right?
Mm-hmm. How? Do you remember what, like, besides the fact that he made it, do you remember why, like, what makes it so special?
Ugh.
If you can't, you can just say so.
Yeah, but I gotta try.
Hmm?
Trying has yielded nothing. Yeah, I got
Alright,
nothing.
alright, he's about to say, so.
How could you say this? I had built that wedding bed with my blood and sweat. Carved it into the olive tree where we first met.
So it's, yeah, it's where they first met. It's he made it out of that wood.
A symbol of our love everlasting. Do you realize what you have asked me? The only way to move it is to cut it from its roots.
Only my husband knew that, so I guess that makes him you.
I love that part. Because it's symbolic in a lot of ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
To cut out the bed would be to cut it from its roots, because its roots, their love, is so deeply rooted into the earth that to rip it out would take far more effort than one would think. And of course, him knowing that makes him her husband. Even if he's changed, he is still her husband.
Hit him with the good old fashioned it's you. Despite everything, it's
Still you. Yeah, literally. Also watch his eyes.
Penelope.
Damn.
I will fall in love with you over and over again. I don't care how or when, no matter how long it's been, you're mine. Don't tell me you're not the same person. You're always my husband, and I've been waiting,
Penelope. Penelope.
For you.
The fucking... like, we're just a band to be playing, and then it's all these, like... I'm gonna die.
And
King.
just think, during all of this, Telemachus is moving all of the bodies out of the palace.
Which I'm sure she's okay with. She's a Spartan. She honestly probably was very excited by that notion. Like, you gotta think, right? She's a Spartan lady. For her husband to murder a bunch of men to make sure that he got
I mean,
to
I'm
her.
sure that she's fine with it. It's just a lot of stuff it's just a lot of stuff for one 20-year-old kid to do.
Okay, well, Athena's probably helping.
Like, damn, they killed a lot of people.
I believe it's 110.
Like,
I think there were 110
It's gonna
suitors.
take a while. He's gonna be really busy. He could use a bit of help.
Listen. They're piecing back to their relationship. Give them at least 10 minutes, okay? They'll help later.
How long has it been?
20 years.
I love you.
And that's it. So, now we go over, well, first of all, we say what our favorite song was of the saga.
Ooh. There's some
Mine.
bangers here.
There really are. There really are. Mine is probably The Challenge.
That's fair. The challenge is great.
I will say, I also, even though Hold Them Down is icky, it goes really fucking hard. So, like, honestly, I think the first three I really like. The the last two I think are good, but I don't like them as much, right? I think top one is definitely The Challenge, though. What about you? What are your thoughts?
I mean, as I said before, with 600 Strike, Odysseus is just real cathartic.
That's very fair. That is very, very fair.
But speaking of just catharsis, Would You Fall in Love with Me Again is just a great denouement for the entire concept album. And it just serves just as a great payoff to everything that's happened. Odysseus finally makes it home. Penelope doesn't have to wait anymore.
Telemachus gets to meet his dad.
Yeah. Although that's, in the second to last song.
But yes, but yeah.
Still excellent.
There's actually some people who don't like the ending song because they wanted like it to not that they don't like the song, but I've heard that some people wish that it had ended differently or something, and I'm like, dude, it ends with them hugging and saying I love you. That's the point of the. Have we been listening to the same thing? That's the point. They kissed and said I love you. That's what he was getting for the whole time. Huh? So, but I really like it. Okay, overall, since you have listened to every single song, we're gonna do a fun little thing real quick.
Cool.
Favorite song, favorite saga, and favorite character over everything.
Sure. Favorite song, saga, and character. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good set of questions there.
If you want, we can break it into Act 1 and Act 2 if that makes it easier for you.
Fair enough.
Do you need reminders on what the sagas are called?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, sure. I'll break it into Act 1 and Act 2. Act 1, No Longer You, is real great. It's probably that one tied with Monster. It's phew, and Act 2.
Oh, well, Act 1, favorite character and favorite...
Oh, yeah. Act
Saga.
1, favorite character and Saga. Let's see. Even though Act 1, even though Monster and
No Longer You are in the Underworld
No Longer
Saga.
You are my favorite songs in Act 1. My favorite song is probably let's see. It's probably the Cyclops.
That's fair. That is fair. It's good stuff. It really is. Like, it's got, like, all of them are such bangers, and I love it.
Right?
Like, yes, the good boy dies. However, cool song. Alright, and then favorite
Then
character.
all of Odysseus's problems began.
Yeah, because he was a fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
Tisk tisk, really.
Favorite character though. It's a three-way tie.
Okay.
Between Polyphemus, Polites, and Circe.
Alright, alright.
Because their actions kind of build into who Odysseus becomes throughout the entire throughout the entire album.
Right.
And so I just really like their character roles and how they set up everything for our little MC, the titular character here.
The main boy.
And of course, obviously, they're just like enjoyable to listen to. And yeah, all these dying is pretty sad, but don't worry about that.
He comes back technically, just as a ghost multiple times.
Yeah,
It's fine. All right, Act 2.
Act 2.
Dose.
This one's harder actually. Whew.
Oh, let me go through my Act 1 while you think about your Act 2.
Yeah, go ahead.
So my favorite saga is probably the Circe saga. My favorite song overall is probably Ruthlessness.
That's fair.
And my favorite character is probably Circe and or Hermes.
That's fair.
Because he gets one song, but God, I love that stupid winged man.
Moly.
And I call this root Holy Moly. And literally what reels me in is that stupid fucking laugh he has. It's a gripper. Alright, Act 2.
Act 2. Different Beast is pretty up there.
Okay.
God, I love Legendary. I love Telemachus.
He's a little dork. We love him.
He's a bit of a goober. God Games is also really good. probably, I mean, Athena's best moments in this, in the album come from Act 2.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion.
That's fair.
Let's see. I also really like Odysseus, and of course the ending song, "Oh, Would You Love Me Again," or "Would You Fall in Love with Me Again?" And it's very hard for me to pick one of those. 600 Strike is also really good.
You got okay. Pick two. Okay.
Sure, I'll pick two.
Pick two. Two favorites. Two favorite songs.
All right. Legendary and Odysseus, I guess.
Okay. Favorite saga overall.
Favorite saga. Vengeance.
Okay.
Yeah.
And favorite character.
Favorite character though. God, I love Telemachus. He's such a goober. Penelope, you raised a dork of a son. That wasn't Odysseus. That was all you.
Legendary. You know what's really funny? The guy who is the voice for Telemachus, he actually said that
was an ad lib?
No, he said that he recorded it at 3 a.m. and he doesn't remember doing that. So who knows? It might have been in the song. It might have not have been. But apparently he recorded it when he was very sleep deprived.
So fun. It'd be so funny if it was an ad lib. Oh my god.
Legendary. My favorite character, Telemachus. Right there with you. Absolute goofball goober. We love him. My favorite saga. It's really hard to choose for Act 2 because there's so many like parts that I really like, but I think I also have to do the Vengeance Saga. But it's kind of a tie between Vengeance and Ithaca for me.
Of course, yeah.
And then overall, my favorite
Probably the
song
same for me, to be honest, but yeah.
Yeah, my favorite song overall is probably honestly, I think it's a tie between Get in the Water and The Challenge.
Now he's gone silent.
Anyways, I'm pretty sure it's a tie for me between Get in the Water and The Challenge.
Nice.
So, because I think, first of all, Get in the Challenge just goes so hard. It's so good.
You said get in the challenge. And I just think that's really funny.
Listen. Get in the challenge. I mean...
You know what? Yeah, I know what you mean. But still.
Yeah, anyways. But yeah, no, I think Get in the Water is very good. Obviously, The Challenge. At this point, it probably will be out, but I literally, did a snippet of the cover for this that I'm doing, so. Bloop.
Wow. Yeah.
And, alright, out of 10, what would you rate the concept album of Epic, Keith?
I mean, there weren't really any songs that I disliked. So...
Would you put it a perfect 10 out of 10?
Yeah, sure.
All right, everyone, it's a perfect 10 out of 10.
I can't really justify lowering the scores because I can't really say anything that I particularly dislike about it. So
that's fair. Well, then I hope everyone has a good day or night wherever you are in the world. Make sure you like, subscribe to both myself and to Keith, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I already said that, but it's fine. It's getting late now. My brain's stopping with the working. So, I'm gonna go buzz off now. Bye!
Later, gamers.